Afghan asylum seekers will be allowed to flee Taliban to Britain without a passport.
Here's a summary of the article.
The UK will waive border rules to allow Afghan asylum seekers to flee the Taliban to Britain without a passport, the Defence Secretary has announced. Ben Wallace said the government wanted to make it easier for interpreters and contractors who supported Western forces to seek asylum in the UK, as diplomatic staff and civilians rush to evacuate Kabul. Ministers are under pressure from all sides to expand the government's asylum scheme, and the Home Office has denied reports that Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, is reluctant to relax the rules. On Monday, Mr. Wallace said he and Ms. Patel were working together to help Afghans escape. "We are processing as fast as we can, and where there are rules that we need to change, we are changing those rules," he told Sky News.
This post received a score of 17,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Posting just this headline with the actual context behind a paywall is gross misinformation and this post should be removed. The Afghan asylum seekers without passports the article is talking about are Afghans who worked with and for the UK, contractors, interpreters etc. Everyone in the comments thinks the UK is accepting any and all Afghan asylum seekers. Mods should either remove this post or sticky the context.
Agreed, it's a terrible headline meant to create outrage. UK allowing refugees from Afghanistan after Taliban promises to execute them en masse doesn't get as many clicks, I guess.
I can already hear the hams rustling.
People seem to think UK is going to accept any Afghan asylum seeker. It's actually Afghan interpreters and contractors who helped the UK. Totally different. Is Telegraph trying to cause right-wing outrage with that headline?
Yes, as per.
There are 5M people living in Kabul, 40M living in Afghanistan. I doubt UK would manage to accept more than 2K applicants before September deadline.
There's a lot of other countries too, and we all know from experience that most refugees will stay in the general region anyway. UK won't have to take in 40 meters people.
They didn't mean 40 million asylum seekers. That's Afghanistan's total pop.
Exactly, that comment is an exaggeration. If that many people felt strongly enough about the Taliban, they would have never come to power the way they did.
I keep seeing this "why didn't the Afghan army just fight them" suggestion a lot. If the Afghan army, with the money, weapons, manpower and intelligence support of the US military, spending trillions on the war, couldn't defeat the Taliban and sent the US home Vietnam, what chance in hell do the Afghan army alone have? Might have held them off for a short period, but that amounts to the Afghan army sacrificing themselves for a couple months, and then leaving their wives and children at home to deal with the aftermath. If the Taliban managed to send the US home with their tail between their legs, the Afghan army have a snowball's chance in hell at any real opposition now that they have been left alone.
The Afghan army didn't have money, equipment or intelligence support. It has been widely known that the politicians who ruled Afghanistan were corrupt. There have been reports of police officers who didn't receive pay for months before the Taliban arrived. Army officials selling equipment on the black market to fund themselves and so on and so on. Yes, it seems insane that nobody fought, and I'm sure there is a big part of the Afghan population who wants this new regime, but why the people who doesn't want it didn't fight back isn't nearly as strange as many, including you, make it seem.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.